Everyone has a different philosophy regarding deck building, so I can explain mine and what works for me. I see EDH as a narrative and a story arc that can be split up into the different elements of storytelling. In the development stage, no hostilities other than chip damage for value is usually present. In this stage of the game, blockers with flying or reach especially, or pillow fort cards that also advance your game plan are good. Ramp is also good at this stage because you want to advance your plan, but don't play the scariest card yet, because whoever plays the scariest card becomes the threat or the archenemy, and that's the next stage, the rising threat stage. In this stage, a threat starts to manifest, although it is not fully formed yet. It might be missing a key piece or two to win the game for one player. It doesn't always evolve into a proper 3 versus 1 archenemy because the threat is not identified by some or all the players, becoming instead a phantom menace. Usually a combo or other seemingly win out of nowhere strategy fits into this Phantom Menace category, but they aren't very common at low power. Other types of villains that arise at this stage are players that play removal early, or hate bears, or stacks. Cards that make the threat work for you to weaken the opponents but not kill them are good at this stage. You don't want to kill your opponents because they will become allies in the next stage. If the threat affects only one player, blockers, Pillow Fort from the first stage continues to be good. Also, fog effects like Arachnogenesis Ring Shield are going to be good. Life gain is also good here against burn or life loss strategies, especially. Instant removal that advances your plan is also good. Cards from the next stage are also going to be good here because they can use to save opponents, which are going to be your allies in the next stage, as I said. Politics is useful in this stage, especially when the threat is a single creature. If you can only swing at one player at a time, it is not necessarily a threat to you personally, and thus instant removal can take care of it if it swings your way, and or you can politic not to remove it if it doesn't swing at you, with sorcery speed removal, instant removal, or a bluff. Don't let others make decisions for you. Use removal in the last possible moment, lest you direct the growing threat in your direction. The next stage is the Climax stage. A struggle between the heroes and the archenemy arises to remove the threat or win, respectively. Any player supporting the archenemy or the hero, usually indirectly, become kingmakers. Heroes play removal here. Real heroes use player removal here. Asymmetrical wipes are good at this stage because they remove the threat without setting you back. Especially instant speed ones, politics cards are also good, like the Haunted Cycle, the Offering Cycle, Shared Tutors and Draws, etc. Spot removal that replaces itself is also good to take out key pieces. Combo stoppers like Dress Down and Counterspells are good. Bojka Bog and other incidental removal should be targeted at the threatening player or archenemy. Protection is important at this stage, especially against board wipes. Stage 4 and the last stage is Denouement. Either the archenemy is not stopped effectively and wins, or they are stopped and lose or become harmless, after which the cycle restarts, sometimes skipping the development stage. Card draw or card advantage is good at this stage to refill your hand after spending cards on removal. So that's it. That's how I personally see the narrative of an EDH game and how that affects threat assessment. And it's not the only narrative that happens. There can be other options, there can be other narratives. Sometimes a person doesn't ally with you, sometimes a player doesn't become the archenemy, sometimes everyone is the archenemy at the same time, everyone is a threat. So in that case you have to deal with everyone at the same time, and cards like Grasp of Fate become really good because they deal with multiple threats at the same time. But that's not so common in low power EDH. Anyway, those are my thoughts about this topic for now. I hope this has been helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions, if I missed anything, and if you have anything else to add. Thank you.